Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to Weighted to Win. Great to be back in the hot seat, and local racing today takes us to Hollywood Bets Durbanville. We've got a full 8 races out there, and we'll get a weather update from Darren Burrows on the line. We've also got Daryl Marie, but I'll introduce my guests momentarily. But don't forget that we have got social media that you can engage with us. We've got Twitter, we've got the WhatsApp number going, YouTube, 4racing.tv online platform, and of course channel 240 on DSTV. So you won't miss a heartbeat when it comes to Weighted to Win. And we're looking forward to today's card. I think there's 1 or 2 horses that we can make some money. But first I'll start with Darren Burrows. Darren Burrows had a magnificent day yesterday. I know that we'll show you the slides, and the guys caught good bets yesterday out at Hollywood Bets Greyville. Darren, well played. Pick 6 yesterday, paid 63,500 Rand. I see the spend was 2,400 Rand, but a good day at the office.
Very good day. The pick 6 paying almost 64,000 Rand. I did bank a Lucretius at around 9 to 2, 5 to 1, as it was a tricky card and we needed to find a banker somewhere along the line, and it paid dividends. So well done to the viewers.
All right, lovely, and good to have Darren Burrows on the line for us to keep us occupied for the meeting coming up at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. And on that note, I'm going to bring in Daryl Marie. Great to see that the guys caught both jackpots yesterday, Daryl, and a good day. Like I said, if they follow the guys, we don't always get it right, but when you do get it right, it's big stuff.
Yes, Brendan. I can take no credit with regards to Darren Burrows' pick 6. Other than moral support. But yes, I did play my part with regards to the jackpots, and it was good to finally tip a few winning bets.
All right, so there we go. That's jackpot 2 yesterday out at Hollywood Bets Greyville. You see the spend, 1,200 Rand, and you would have collected 2,600 bucks. So nothing wrong with that performance. Well done to the Weighted to Win team. Well done to Clyde, Daryl, and Darren. And we got them in-house today for full 8 races. I've already introduced them, and we're going to have a look at the first race today. It does kick off a bit later than anticipated, so you got more than enough time. 1:15 is when things start off out at the country track, and I like to give some sort of a guide. This is subject to change in terms of fixed odds betting. 2 to 1 favorites. Number 8, Helen's Legacy. The 1 red sash is at 28 to 10, and it's 4 to 1 about the 4 country time. It's 10s and better. So let's go and join Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, what are we doing in the first race? The favorite at 2 to 1, Helen's Legacy, but there's 1 or 2 in behind that could be lurkers.
Well, the 2 to beat are Helen's Legacy and Country Time. Now, they both run with pace. We could see both of them go to the head of affairs or into a handy position. And on a fast track, the weather is beautiful in the Cape at the moment. The track's going to be running very fast, and it could tend to favor horses in a handy position, especially over the sprinting trips. So Helen's Legacy over Country Time, and don't ignore Red Sash. They do say place chance in the computer form, and from a 1 draw could be right there.
Beautiful stuff. And we'll go to Daryl Marie. Daryl's got the comments of Justin Snaith. So a big thank you to Justin for the transparency. That's what the game needs in order to survive. And we'll go over to Daryl Marie. Daryl, what are we doing in the first? I know that you'll give the comments from Justin Snaith. What's he say over here in the first?
Yeah, Brendan, he actually likes the chances of St. Kitts. Doing great at home since being fitted with the blinkers. And nice each-way bet at 12 to 1. That was his comment. She is held on form, but the stable's very comment with regards to a positive run. Of the race runners, I'm leaning towards Helen's Legacy. I'm not entirely convinced with that form line. The 3rd place filly did come out and run 4th against stronger company. And I watched the replay, and she came out with a lot of pace. I think the faster track will certainly suit her. And she pinged the gate, so I don't think she'll have any concerns in overcoming that draw. She should do it with ease. And then Country Time, she's had her chances, but she's proving very costly to follow. Follow the market with regards to Red Sash, closer to race time. From a neat draw, they expect to have a quartet chance. But I think Helen's Legacy is a bipod banker.
All right, so we like the confidence. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll jump into the selections. Let's see what the guys are doing in the first leg of the bar pots over here. You can see they're going to go in banker number 8 in the first leg, being Helen's Legacy. Second leg, banker 1. Third leg, 4 and 5. Fourth leg, 3, 5 and 11. Fifth leg, banker 3. And the last leg going 3 and 4. That's Darren Burrows bar pots. He had a good day yesterday. He spends 120 Rand. We'll give it to you 10 times. And we'll have a look as well at Daryl Marie's bar JACKPOT, and I'll let him take you through it because he's got his reasoning behind it. So let's go and see what he's done in his personal buy pot today. Dan, I see you playing it quite lightly. I think you're quite confident with a few horses today.
I am going into this card with some confidence, Brandon. Our tails are up from yesterday's meeting, but it's never as easy as what it appears on paper. Banker 8, by Banker 3, by Banker 4, by Banker 11, by Banker 3, by 1 and 3 at the back.
It's the start of the place accumulator and a highly competitive graduation plate for the fillies and the mares. Is to be run at 1350 and it's over 1250 meters. A very good race. Like I say, I'd like to give you some sort of a guide with the fixed odds betting. The warm water favourites over here is Quintus Light. That's at about 13 to 20 in the markets. Second favourite being Chow Bella at about 19 to 10. And you can get 10 to 1 and better bar those. So I'm going to get Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, the betting's telling us it's a two-horse race. They both train by Justin Snaith, but they're highly competitive fillies, and on their day they can run.
Yes, it is a two-horse race, but Quintus Light, she's handicapped to win by quite some way in this race. The track's going to suit her down to the ground from a good draw. So Quintus Light is the horse to beat, but I've got a lot of respect for Chow Bella. I think she's a smart filly and well above her current rating. And even though it's 1250 meters on the sharp side, she'll be doing good late work. And I make it between numbers 1 and 3.
All right, so thanks very much to Darren Burrows. Looks to be a straight match race on paper. We're going to try and get those comments from Justin Snaith, and Daryl Marie will be kind enough to give us the information from Justin, and we thank him for his transparency. Dan, what are you telling us over here? I mean, he trains both, expecting both of them to be there?
The way I read it, he's certainly leaning towards Quintus Light. Brandon, he says well-weighted and will be the one to beat. And then Charbella looking for a mile, but she's got a great draw, hoping she settles and runs on into the money. So definitely preference for Quintus Light. At the ratings, she's slung in, Brandon. She's 17 pounds well clear. Last time out in their Tiquini sprint, she ran against some well above average sorts. I mean, Safe Return was in there, Barcelona, Ambiorix. They're all above average sprinters. And then her penultimate start was in the Tibucina. She led for a long way on that occasion from a wide draw. So it sounds as if she's going to go forward and she will be the one to catch.
All right, so short and sweet. Both cars seem to think that it's about Quintus Lights over here, but Chow Bella will be doing its best work at the finish. And again, a big thank you to Justin Snaith for all his transparency, and hopefully it'll help the punters out there. Let's go and see what they're doing in terms of selections. There's 2 PAs that we'll be putting up, but we'll touch on Darren Burrows first. He's going to banker number 1 in the first leg, by 4 and 5 in second leg, third leg 3, 5 and 11, fourth leg banker 3, fifth leg 3 and 4, by 1 and 2, and at the back, banker number 1. And the spend's 240 Rand. It'll give you 10 times. So you can scan that code and try and get that place accumulator on. And we'll have a look at Daryl Marie's place accumulator. Let's see what he's done. I know he spent some time in the computer form as well. And very light in the first part of the place accumulator. In fact, almost a straight line. 3 by 4 by 11 by 3 by 3 by 1 and 3 in leg number 6, and banker number 1 at the end. 200 Rand gives it to you 100 times. And there's the code for you to scan. So get those bets on, support TAB. It is the start of the place accumulator. All right, the bet we all want to catch, the start of the pick 6 at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. Those bets need to be on by 14.25. Race number 3 is to be run over 1,000 meters. And the betting for you, number 4, Charlie Croker at 17 to 10. 5, Love in Winters at 17 to 10. And it's 5 to 1 and better bar those. All right, so Darren Burrows is here to help us on the line. Darren, again, the betting's telling us it's a 2-horse race. Do you know anything about this first timer, Love in Winter?
Well, in the front of the computer form, Nice Horse shows good work at home. There has been market support. So that's going to be my first choice, Love in Winter. Vaughan Marshall knows how to ready them up on debuts. Amanga Kamala in the saddle from a decent draw. He could be anything. So I'm going to favor Love in Winter over horses like Charlie Croker. He was beaten in PE last time out. He was very disappointing. He is limited, but he should be right there. And Fort Apache, if bouncing back to best, can't be ignored.
Beautiful stuff. All right, so we're reading in between the lines. Darren Burrows likes the first timer, being Love in Winter, who's been backed into 17 to 10. Daryl Marie's with me. Good to see that Gareth Wright's getting the opportunity from the Candace Bass yard. I mean, he's a hard-working jockey, and he produced the goods in KZN, and he's going to take his chance in the Western Cape.
Yeah, and he's been booting home some winners for the yard, so he gets another opportunity over here, a bone with some meat on, surely. He was gelded after his disappointing efforts in PE. His penultimate start, Brandon, he pulled well clear. Well, himself and the winner pulled well clear of the third place runner, who came out and I think ran fourth, or the fourth place runner came out and ran third against much stronger. Let's hope the gelding has improved him. And with that racing experience on his side, he should be the one to beat of the race runners. I've got a comment from the yard, Brandon. He seems to always find one too good for him in his races. But this does look like a good type of race for him to have a nice winning chance. So they're very confident with regards to his chances. I'm going to tip him off the race runners.
All right, there we go. It's the first leg of the Pick Six. You know what you need to do. And we have got the guys to try and help us, taking into account that they did catch the Pick Six yesterday out at Hollywood Bets Gravel, and you would have shown a massive return if you followed the weighted to win team. Let's go and see what Darren Burrows has put together for a Pick Six. Yesterday, he certainly played it very well. I see he's gone 4, 5, and 9 in the first leg, by 3, 5, and 11, by Banker 3 in leg number 3, by 1, 3, 4, and 9. By 1, 2, 5, 8, and 12, by 1 and 8, and the spend's only 360 Rand. You can take a percentage. It's entirely up to you as to what you want to do, and you can scan that code and it'll take you to the right place. All right, and Daryl Marie's also picked Pick 6 today. He's tried to find us one, and let's see. He's confident about this card, I might add. Since I walked in this morning, he's been waxing lyrical about the Pick 6, and Banker 4 in the first leg, by 3, 5, and 11 in the second leg, by Banker 3, by 1 and 3, and then he's going wide in leg 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and going to end off with a Banker in the back, and 240 Rand will give it to you 5 times. So imagine we're running into the last leg and you got the Banker. Nothing wrong with that, and the guys have tried their best to help you. All right, so get those Pick Sixes on, and remember to support TAB. All right, so the start of the first jackpot begins now in race number 4. Those bets need to be on by 3 o'clock. It's over 1,600 meters. And the betting for you. Fixed odds betting. Remember, it's all subject to change. It is a pre-recorded show, and things can change by the time they start loading up. Number 11, Hawk Circle, 28 to 10. Number 3, Contiguous at 7 to 2. The 5 horses at 7 to 2, and the 2 Spirits of Silvano at 6 to 1. It's 11s and better. All right, so Darren Burrows, what are we doing over here? Being the first jackpot. So you guys obviously had a good day with the jackpots yesterday. This horse, Hawk Circle, showed nice improvement from run 1 to run 2.
A very eye-catching effort from Hawk Circle last time out. I was impressed with the way he quickened up late. We saw 2 direct winners from that form line. He's got an 11 draw, but it is a mile, so he's got time to slot into a decent position, and I think he'll finish his race off very strongly. Ale Mori, a very good last run. When stepped up to a mile behind Masterful Guy, he's open to further improvement. And then Contiguous can't be ignored as well. That was a good little sprint up last time out. He'll prefer the mile trip.
Okay, so there seems to be a bit of form around over here, and Daryl Marie will confirm that, but he's also got some comments from Justin Snaith. It does look to be a good race on paper. Obviously, we'll learn a bit more, and some horses over here, I'd imagine, are looking for the Kenilworth longer running, but they look to be smart types.
Absolutely, they could be anything. They're just starting out their career, and they both showed good improvements in their second starts, Brandon. Here's a comment from the Justin Snaith yard. Smart type, can definitely win despite his wide draw. And then with regards to the second favourite, that's Ale Maurice, Brett Crawford says, good last run, expecting further improvement. Now, I'm hoping Hawk Circle does push forward. I don't want to be seeing him too far back, turning for home on a fast run track. Like the stable says, he's a very smart type, and you don't want to be stuck behind too many horses with a lesser chance of here. So I'm going to tip him as the horse to beat. Elo Maurice definitely improved in his second start. He's going to strip fitter. I think he might be a better sort on the firmer track. And then Contiguous, you can't discount his chances, although he is held on form on a line through Teatro, because Hawk Circle beat Teatro, and then Teatro got the beats of Contiguous. But being out of a Giants Causeway mare, he now steps up to a mile. He could certainly appreciate the step up in trip.
Beautiful. All right, so there seems to be a bit of form on paper over here, and we'll just have to watch this closely. Let's see who makes that necessary improvement. For now, though, we're going to go and see what they're doing in terms of selection. So let's jump into the jackpot. Jackpot 1 begins now, race 4, 3, 5, and 11. First leg by Banker 3 in the second leg. Third leg, 1, 3, 4, and 9. And the last leg, they don't like the look of that race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12. 216 Rand gives it to you twice. And yeah, like I mentioned yesterday, the guys had a wonderful day out at Hollywood Bets Greyville with their jackpot, so perhaps they can keep that good run going. Let's follow them today. Jackpot 1, get those bets on. It begins now, race 4 at 3 o'clock. Okay, so we start off Jackpot 2 over here, and I like this race coming up. I really like the Jackpot 2s as well. Not forgetting that you can engage with us on social media. We got the WhatsApp number on your screens, Twitter, YouTube, 4racing.tv online. You can watch all the shows there, and channel 240 on DSTV as well. So you won't miss anything when it comes to Weighted to Win, and we'd love to hear from you, obviously, to improve the product. And yeah, we just love engaging with all the punters out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at this race, because I like the look of it, and there's been a money around for a horse that I think many punters have seen for next time, and finds itself in race number 5 today. Happy Chance, been a lot of support, now 16 to 10 in the market. I think opened up in the region of 9 to 2, 4 to 1, and now 16 to 10. 7 Love Rules at 5 to 2, and it's 10 to 1 and better bar those. All right, so Darren Burrows, he doesn't miss a heartbeat. Darren, what do you like over here? The money's for Happy Chance, and based on the comments from Justin Snaith, they like the look of Love Rules as well.
I've banked Happy Chance in all my bets. I think she's the best bet on the card. We're going to have a look at that replay shortly. She turned into the straight a long way back, switched out for a run, and when she unwinded her stride, she was flying. Another stride, she gets up and breaks her maiden. So on that sort of performance, I think from a 3 draw, she'll be a lot closer to the pace. And with that elastic action of hers, I think she'll outrun them. So Happy Chance over Love Rules. And then for third, Turkish Kellum.
Okay, all right. So it does look to be a straight match race on paper. We know it's not as easy as that. We're going to go and hear from Daryl Marie. Daryl, I talk about Happy Chance, and automatically I see a big smile come to your face. I know that you won for the Black Book, and this went straight into the Black Book last time.
Absolutely. If she didn't, you need to go watch that replay. That's the reason why we're going to show our viewers how she finished her later start off. You know, she took a medicine on that occasion from a wideish draw. Darren touched on from a 3 stall gate this time around. She should certainly be closer to the pace. And the additional 100 meters is a positive, as well as having extra racing experience under her belt. So I think she's going to open her account today, and possibly a first of many to come. I think she's going to turn out to certainly be an above average filly. I've got a comment from the yard, Brandon. Has taken her last start well, and his distance suits it must be included in all perms. But yeah, herein lies the rub, because Justin Snaith doesn't want to know of defeat. Will take a lot of beating, hopelessly unlucky in her previous start. That's Love Rules. So she's going to have competition from Love Rules, but I'm favouring Happy Chance. I think she is a nice filly in the making. The reason why I think her form is slightly stronger. I had a look at Love Rules' later starts. She had a few average fillies close up to her. I'm not saying she's not going to win her races. I think today I'm going to certainly be favouring Happy Chance.
All right, and it'll be great. Obviously, be very good to have Hollywood in the winner's enclosure after what they've done for racing out in the Western Cape. So let's go and see what the guys are doing in terms of selections. It does start off Jackpot 2. Banker number 3 in the first leg. So they're not going to play around over here. Banker Happy Chance by 1, 3, 4, and 9 in the second leg. Third leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12. And the last leg of the jackpot going 1 and 8, and 360 Rand will give that to you 5 times. All right, so what we're going to do is, as promised, we're going to go and have a look at the rerun of Happy Chance. You'll spot this one in the yellow towards the back end of the field. Almost stone last is Happy Chance, and really had to make up a lot of ground. Was super unlucky over here, and we'll see what happens as they swing for home. You can see that out in front, you've got a horse like Lucy the Pink. Grant van Niekerk at his absolute best for Greg Enyon, pretty much goes from start to finish. And here's Happy Chance towards the middle outside of the track in the Hollywood Silks, now starting to just get nursed into it. And you'd say for all the money in the world, he's going to go and fetch Lucy the Pink, who's on the inside under Grant van Niekerk, and now starts to learn the trade. Does Happy Chance for Brett Crawford and Louis Mqotwa. Look how quickly she finishes the race off. Whew, you have to be impressed with that. One more stride and probably gets the bobbin to win going away. So that's the horse we like, Happy Chance. And we do start off jackpot number 2 over here. It all begins in race 5 at 15.35. So we're on to race number 6, 10 past 4. It's over 1,400 meters and a cracking field have been set up out here, and we're looking forward to this. The Hollywood Bets Punters Challenge. It's a classified stakes, and there's really some nice horses in action over here. I'd love to give you the betting as some sort of a guide. Let's see what's happened early on in the markets. Number 3, Le Mans, a very smart horse, 18-10. The 4 horse has gone 28-10. The 1, Colloidal Gold's at 9-2, and it's 10s and better. All right, so I think the top 3 at the betting boards over here should be the horses that we need to focus on, especially with the Cape Summer season coming up. All right, so Darren Burrows will be able to tell us a bit more. Darren, you have to be impressed with number 3 last time out. Le Mans was in an impossible position, and how this horse got up to win was just mind-blowing.
A very impressive win. You know, there was no real market support for him, but they did say he was a nice horse, may need the run, but can run well. And he got up to win going away. There's a lot more in the tank. I think he's going to show a lot of improvement from a decent draw. I made the danger in a Morare. He won well last time out. If there's a decent pace on, he's got a big action. He'll be staying on strongly. And then others to consider, a horse like Tizona at 14-1. His best form has come over 1,400 meters and was in need of that last run. So if there's going to be a result, I could see Tizona upsetting, but I am going 3, 4, 9, and then Colloidal Gold for 4th.
Okay, so a cracking race on paper, as we've touched on, and Daryl Marie also likes the look of this particular race. It is the 6th race on the program, a race that we don't want to miss. You'll be able to catch all the action on Channel 240. And what are we doing over here? I know that you've penciled this horse Le Mans to be very decent.
I can't wait to show the viewers a replay of his last start. He really took off on that occasion. I've got a comment from the yard. Now he's in good form after a good debut win. Does need further, but must be respected. And then Justin Snaith has also sent through a comment. He's got Inamorara, improving type and looking for quite a bit more ground, but has got some class and will be in the money. So both yards are fairly bullish with regards to their chances, but obviously they're going to need further in time to come. You know, Le Mans, super impressive turn of foot on debut. I think the only thing that can certainly beat him is the 1400, but he ought to have learned plenty from that run. I'm hoping he's closer to the pace. Now, I think his danger could come from number 1, Colloidal Gold. I love the turn of foot he showed last time out when he won, Brandon. You know, he travelled oh so well in that race, and he only got asked for an effort very late. So I thought he won better than what the margin suggests. And you know, the first 2 on that occasion pulled well clear of the balance of the field. I think it was 6 lengths back to the 3rd place runner. But is he capable of giving the likes of number 3, Le Mans, 4 kilograms? That remains to be seen. So I'm going to be tipping them 3 from 1.
All right, does look to be a good race on paper, and we're looking forward to this particular race. Let's go and see what the guys have tipped over here before we go and have a look at a rerun of Le Mans. There they're going a trifecta boxed in race number 6, 1, 3, 4, and 9. Spend is 240 Rand. It gives it to you 10 times. So 1, 3, 4, and 9 trifecta boxed is the play over here for race number 6. All right, so what we're going to do, as promised, is go and have a look at this replay of Le Mans. Let's go and pick up those silks. Obviously, silks that we're very familiar with now in the Western Cape, and you'll spot this one languishing towards the second half of the field. So let's go and allocate Le Morne, the blue body with the red cap, towards the inside at the back. In fact, one from last is Le Morne. You'll see how green this horse is. So let's go and see when they swing for home. You'll see there's one or two moments you'd think not a place. Over now, he's probably last is Le Morne as they come off that false rail. You can see he got a good 6 or 7 lengths to make up. Continue watching the horse with the blue body and the red cap. Goes towards the inside, just under the hands with Louis Mqotwa for Brett Crawford, and now needs to weave a passage. You can see he got balked badly, had to be switched right towards the middle outside of the track. 1 or 2 flicks. Look at the years. You can see still so green is Le Morne, and now knuckles down to go and win a very good race. Wins going away. One has to think that this has got a big season in front of him, Le Morne, and we were super impressed with that. But race number 6, a race you don't want to miss. It's off at 4:10. Okay, so we're on to race number 7. And again, a nice competitive field on paper. Gets underway at 16:45. The Cape Racing merit rates at 90 handicap. That's over 1,400 meters. I give you some sort of a guide in terms of the fixed odds betting. 15-4 favorites. Number 1, At My Command. The 8, Lord Williams, gone 9-2. The 2, Hand Solo, is at 6-1 with 3, Gaudi's Masterpiece, and at 7-1 and Better Bar Those. Darren Burrows on the line, as he's been with us throughout the show. It looks to be a good race. This horse, At My Command, always been marked as a horse with plenty potential.
A very good horse. There's some smart 3-year-olds in this race. At My Command, he'll probably head to the Cape Classic Guineas route if all goes according to plan. Last run in the Langeman, he was a bit too far back and he was making steady progress. He had Lord William ahead of him, and Lord William is a kilo worse off. So there's not going to be too much separating them, but from a one-draw natural improvement, I think At My Command's got a bright future ahead of him. And then Han Solo, of the older horses, he never runs a bad race. He'll be flashing up late. And the Futurist, he likes to go to the front. He can't be ignored.
Okay, so yep, cracking race on paper, and our producers labelled this race the Daryl Marie Stakes. Don't know if there's something that he's not telling me, but he hasn't said a word off air about anything he likes. So, anything you like? Maybe you've discussed it with my producer, but it looks to be a good race.
Yeah, this must be a cracking event. Brandon, some really nice horses in the lineup over here. At My Command. Now, Brett Crawford says he's working very well at home and he's a smart colt, including everything. Positive comments. The Futurist won well in his last starts, does enjoy the track, respects each way chance. So I think they're favouring At My Command over the Futurist. And then Justin Snaith, very bullish with regards to Gaudi's Masterpiece. Returning to best form, will be in the firing line. Now, Gaudi's Masterpiece, of the older horses, he's obviously a 4-year-old. He's very fit. He's got racing fitness on his side. Very competitive of his current rating. And last time out, he was closing in on above average sort in Royal Aussie. So I think if you were looking for a floater, he should certainly be in the money. But At My Command could be anything. From a one draw, I'm also swaying towards him over Lord William, just based on the draw. I think he should get the run of the race from there. Brandon, I think it does lie between the 1 and the 3.
Okay, does look to be a cracking race, I must be honest. A lot of these horses will be putting their hands up to be prominent in the bigger races coming up for the Cape Summer season, which is going to be very, very big. What we're going to do is jump into selections. Let's go and see what the guys are doing. Win on number 1, At My Command. So they're taking no chances. Straight win on At My Command. It looks to be a proper horse in the making. So we'll be watching this one closely. It is the penultimate race. Race number 7 goes off a bit later on today. So 16:45, so it's a nice late start, which means you won't miss anything when it comes to Hollywood Bets Durbanville. So strike those bets. The Cape Racing merit rated 90 handicap. That's a race we need to follow. All right, so all things being equal, the last race should go off at 5:20, and again, a good race. I think there's a few horses over here that we can watch going forward from this run. Just to give you some sort of an idea, number 1, Silver Garbo is your 19-10 favourite. Number 8, Lady Silvano is at 3-1. 6 is at 13-2, and it's 8-1 and Better Bar Those. So a good race, and I know that the guys like one or so here being Silver Garbo, so we'll go chat to Darren Burrows. Darren, last time out, very impressive was this horse Silver Garbo?
Very, very impressive. She turned it on down the inside of the track and won going away. She beat Gimmy's Lassie, and Gimmy's Lassie came out to win a maiden next time out. There's been 2 direct winners. Just a manner in which she won. I think she's got a bright future. She's very well related. And from a 1 draw, I'm going to favor Silver Garber to go back to back. The danger will be the other recent maiden winner, Lady Silvano. Good last win, going away by 3 lengths. She's also open to improvement.
Beautiful. So it does look to be those 2 that we focus on, and we'll get the input from Daryl Marie quickly to see if we can have a strike. Dan, before you give us comments, obviously this was Silver Garbo. Very impressive. We'll have a good look at the rerun, but all things being equal, 19-10, not a bad price.
Yeah, I don't think... according to the comments, she might even drift, Brandon. The stable's not that confident. Well, they say she's got a great chance, but she cannot be left out of any bets, but he's not a banker. I love the turn-off what she showed last time out. She's going to strip fitter, very well related. She's a half-sister to a Grade 1 winner with loads of scope for improvement. So I think the race is going to pan out perfectly with her being drawn next to Seeking Peace, who shows a lot of pace. Hopefully she pushes forward and she can just slot in behind her and get a perfect toe through. And in the latter stages, run on bar. I think the race is going to pan up perfectly for her. With regards to the biggest danger in the market, Lady Silvano, she's in very good form back at home, has shown good improvements and including everything. So she has to be the danger to Silver Garbo. But I think Silver Garbo, the way the race is going to pan out, will be the deciding factor.
Okay, so there we have it. Let's watch and see what happens over here. Some horses, like I said, they'll put their hand up to go into bigger and better things. So we'll go have a look at selections quickly. Let's see what we're doing in the lucky last. Straight win bet on number 1, Silver Garbo. So I like that. We're of the opinion you might get better than 19-10 race time based on the comments coming through. But I think the rerun will paint the picture for you. So let's go and have a look at that quickly. Number 1, Silver Garbo. The Drakenstein Stud Farm Silks. The blue with the white. The famous silks. Obviously, we spot that one hard up towards the inside running rail. You can see now maybe 3 or 4 lengths off the leader just for now. Joachim Bailey has got this one just stalking the pace. Gimmy's Lassie is down the centre, the white blaze with the yellow and the black, who's come out subsequently to win a very good race. Got up on the post, but you can see Silver Garbo darts towards the inside. Only gets her first smack now, and look how she lengthens underneath the jockey. Lovely win. You have to be super impressed the way she lengthened and put the race to bed. And yeah, I think there's more to come from this one. Silver Garbo hit the line full of running. So 19-10 is the current price. Remember, it is recorded, pre-recorded this show, and that price might just drift closer to race time, and we might have a small little nibble. If we can get 22-10, 28-10, why not? All right, so that leaves me to say a big thank you to you as the viewer. Thank you for watching the show. Always good to catch up with you. We'll go up quickly to say thank you to Darren Burrows. Darren, thanks very much. Always an honor and a privilege to have you on the show, and let's hope today is going to be a good card for us all.
Thank you very much, Brandon. I believe the confidence is high at the moment after yesterday's big pick 6 win, and I think we can be followed this week.
Beautiful. We love that fighting talk. That's what it's all about. We can't always get it right. Daryl Marie doing a wonderful job as always, and you like the card. I know that you've had a big smile on your face from the moment the computer forms were printed.
Absolutely, Brandon, and let's hope we return tomorrow in good spirits once again, and thank you very much for standing in for Clyde.
Beautiful. Absolutely no problem. Always an honor to be on the Way to Win show, and the guys have done a wonderful job. Hopefully you've been following them because you'll be in the pound seat. All right, so that just leaves me to say thanks to the viewers. Without you, the sport of racing would be nothing. Continue to support those tote pulls. Let's get the game back to where it needs to be. There's lots of good racing still to come your way on Channel 240.